Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Iconic Dollcast. My name is Sage, and today we're going to look at my Barbie collection. I've been chilling with Barbie since I was a little kid, and I've always loved her so much. I'm really excited for this because I think most people who collect or like dolls enjoy Barbie. She doesn't have to be everyone's favorite, but for the most part, I think Barbie is definitely always on everybody's radar. And we're going to jump into it really quickly. If you haven't checked out the podcast, the Iconic Dollcast, please do. It is a show all about dolls, doll collecting. I talk to a lot of amazing doll collectors, historians, authors. It's really fun. And also check out my custom Britney Spears dolls. You can see that over on Instagram at Britney Spears Custom Dolls. But let's jump into my Barbie collection. So when it comes to my Barbie collection, I definitely had so many Barbies as a kid. I grew up with Barbies, but what you're gonna see here is actually like I want to say like 60 to 70% thrifted. A lot of my childhood dolls have been lost along the way, and the ones that I did keep just were not, they were in well played condition. So I've rebought several of those. And of course, I get dolls at Target or Walmart. I've got the American Girl dolls. So I definitely I definitely shop retail, but the bulk of my collection is definitely thrifted. I love refurbishing dolls, especially Barbie. I mean, this is my main shelf, the main focus. We're going to see lots of 90s Barbies, these gymnastics Barbies I've had my entire life. And then we also have these dolls like the working out Barbies I definitely had as a kid, but like I said, I just played with them too much, so I rebought them. But when it comes to thrift stores, like I have found a lot of these there, like that cut and style Barbie. I had that as a child, but then I found her at a thrift store way later in life, and she was like $2. The totally hair Barbie, I think, is probably one of my favorites of all time. I mean, just such a staple in my childhood. I just think the gimmick of 90s Barbies was so perfect, and it's just something I loved and I resonated with. Of course, here are the jewel hair mermaid all the Barbies, all the mermaid Barbies I think are so iconic from the 90s. And I don't know, just like what a special time, and I just feel like these are some of the most memorable Barbies of all time, which is really cool. And I'm so blessed that I grew up in a time where these were coming out, because it was just like you could always get Barbies. And like, fun fact, this is not my original, but glitter hair Barbie, the brunette version, was the first Barbie I ever had. And I distinctly remember playing with her as a child and loving her so much. We've also got some reproductions here, and like hula hair Barbie. I've had that doll a very long time. I just think that 90s Barbie is beyond perfect. Dr. Barbie, that doll is so iconic. So is the school teacher Barbie next to her. Midge was really huge. This was like, I think the late 80s, early 90s. That's when Midge had her resurgence. She had so many cool moments. And of course, we've got Barbie and the Rockers. I thrifted that doll as well. But yeah, like I said, I mean, this is like the main Barbie focus shelf in the room, and it's where all of my favorites are. And just the 90s Barbies are everything to me. So personally, I just think Barbie is at her ultimate peak in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So these are some of just like the best dolls ever made, in my opinion. But I've also got, of course, like Barbie movie dolls. That's a whole thing. I loved the Barbie movie. I thought it was amazing. I do feel like they're going a little crazy with the dolls. I just feel like they're going to have a doll come out in every single outfit from this movie. So I don't keep up with those as much. Of course, over here, I've got some, I guess you would say deluxe, like collectible Barbies, the ones that have come out on Mattel Creations, not sponsored, which are fantastic. I love the Odile mold. They need to use that more. Ken also has a moment. Several of these Ken dolls are from my childhood. I think like half of them are in the wrong outfits, but I still do collect Ken. I was loving the new Alan doll that they just put out. I think he is super cute, and I don't know, just 90s Ken was always pretty cool. Of course, the totally hair Ken, one of my favorites. This doll over here is a custom Henry Loomis from Jurassic Park doll that I made just because I was totally crushing on Jonathan Bailey. These are some exclusive little floaties that I got at like the Barbie movie. Like, it wasn't a premiere, it was just like a pre-screen, so that's pretty cool. And then I have these random cutie reveals back here. Loki, love those as well. Down here are some Barbie Happy Meal toys, which are also so iconic. I have these kind of scattered all around my collection. Everyone remembers getting a Happy Meal when it came with Barbie. Just such a great time to be alive. We've got some holiday dolls here. I've got more of these, but fun fact, I think this is my favorite holiday Barbie of all time. I have the redhead too. She's down there, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about this outfit, but I always really loved it. So this is definitely my favorite. Down here we have some of the current or more current mermaid dolls. I still love them. Honestly, there's there's no comparison to our gorgeous 90s and early 2000 mermaid Barbies, but I still enjoy them and I love how there's always a mermaid Barbie available for anyone to buy. So I still get them. I think they're cute. Here are some more holiday Barbies, mostly 90s. Again, I grew up in the 90s. This one in the pink dress. She is my birth year. This is the holiday Barbie of 1990. Love her huge pink dress. And just some of the other iconic ones. One day, I think it'd be cool to own every single holiday Barbie that there was, but there is a lot of them. But I still get into them. I get a lot of the holiday Barbies now. I haven't gotten the new one because I don't think she's that great. Up here we have some of the like kind of controversial Barbies of the world. I just mentioned the cutie reveals. I do like that gimmick. I think it's cool. I've got some of the Care Bears, which I'm obsessed with. I've got some mini Barbie world stuff all over the place. I was loving those when they first came out, but again, there's just like so much of it that I'm not really actively collecting that, but I still love it. And the Care Bears are awesome. Some Teletubbies. I know that's not Barbie related, but they're still here. Down here, I've got some of the reproduction stuff that I have, and there's some vintage in here as well. I think this Bubble Cup Barbie actually is a vintage Bubble Cup Barbie, as well as that Midge over there. Loving these cute little Funko mini dolls with the Totally Hair Barbie. Up here, we have the original crew. These are reproductions, of course. Here we have some of the new Barbie Bestie dolls. These are a very an interesting topic of conversation. We won't get into that today. I do have some of them though. And then up here I've got like a lot of my very current Barbies. So where Barbie's at now, which is also another pretty controversial topic, but I still love new Barbies. I also really enjoy working on them. Here is a rerouted Totally Hair 65th anniversary Barbie that I did. She was like $10 and I made her so cool and I love it so much. Up here we have what I think is the doll of the year in 2025, the Rare Find Midge doll as well as the Christie. And even though Midge was quite a pain to get, I still think this is a really cool concept, and I hope Mattel keeps doing that. Some more Barbies up here. I was obsessed with these like fashionista style 65th anniversary dolls. I thought they were so cool. Here are my American Girl Barbie dolls. I had to have these. I love American Girl. And here is my number 4 Barbie, which I found in a flea market for $10. I had to restore her a little, but she turned out great. Of course, I love American Girl, so those were really special, as well as the number 4 Barbie. Also some Mattel Creation stuff. The new ballerina Barbie with the Odile face mold, I think, is super cute. Definitely had to have that. Down here we have some of the Barbies that I just haven't taken out of the box. I am not much of an in-box collector just because of space reasons, but I do have some that I just haven't opened yet, or I have 2 of. And with newer Barbie, I try to be a lot more selective. Like, I'll get a birthday Barbie if I think she's cute, but I try not to buy all of them. Again, space is an issue, but I make it work. We've got some Spice Girls back here. I have a huge Spice Girl collection, which I'll share with you guys at some point. Some Wicked dolls that I haven't gotten around to opening yet. Just some random dolls, just here and there. But yeah, I have to be very selective on what stays in the box just because of space reasons. The Barbie car from the Barbie movie, I thought that was my first remote control car ever. Such a great experience. More Barbies. I've got some magazines and other stuff back here. And I will say, I think my Barbie collection does need a little bit of reorganization. There is stuff in random spots, and I'm not even sure why I put it there. So I definitely think this is the space that needs the most improvement in my doll room. Overall, I mean, it's not bad. It looks pretty organized on the outside, but when you get closer, it is a little bit chaotic. But I do my best. But at some point, I am going to take all of these Barbies down and just really, really reorganize because, oh, there's a random shoe. That's great. But I just think it needs a little bit of reorganization because to me, it's a little chaotic, but that's all right. So, I mean, this is the Barbie collection, you guys. And like I said, I've been having Barbie my entire life, but a lot of this I thrifted much later in life for some amazing prices. And I think right now I'm in a really good spot with Barbie. There's not really anything that I'm on the hunt for. I think I have almost everything that I ever wanted. So I do feel lucky, like I can take a little bit of a break from collecting Barbie just cuz like I said, I do feel like I have like my dream collection. But outside of my display Barbies, I have way more. So, welcome to my craft room, everyone. This is where I make all of the beautiful Britney Spears custom dolls. And I have a lot of Barbie storage in here as well. And this is kind of like, this is where I put all the Barbies that I either just haven't gone through yet, that I've gotten in little packs when I go to thrift stores to get parts for the Britney dolls. These are dolls that I'm gonna maybe use for some customs later. There's also like random doll heads in here. There's some of that in the doll room as well. I have Barbie parts all over the place. Down here, this is like my extra Britney drawer, if you will. This is where I put a lot of current projects or, like sample projects and all that stuff. I don't get rid of any of that. Down here, we've got more Barbie clothes and accessories, some random Barbies in a bag. And then I also even have like a drawer of Barbie bodies. And like with everything else, I could use these for custom dolls or when I'm rebodying Barbie. But yes, so it doesn't just stick with the display dolls. I also have a bunch in my craft room. And I just thought of this coming back into the doll room. I have drawers of Barbie clothes. This is also so chaotic. I definitely need to do, I think I started, but this needs to be reorganized. But this is where you're going to find a lot of Barbie shoes, American Girl clothes, and just tons and tons of Barbie costumes or things that I could use for Barbie or for custom dolls. All right, so that was my Barbie collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check out my podcast, The Iconic Dollcast. You can find that wherever you listen to or watch podcasts, and I will see you guys next time.